What happens if a person breaks the fast voluntarily? A young person wakes up and says, "Oh, I'm not in a good mood. I don't want to fast today." Then they break the fast. On purpose, they voluntarily break it. Note, if a person doesn't know they are fasting or forgets that they are fasting, that happens. For example, suddenly you open the fridge or the refrigerator, you see things, fruits. Without knowing, without realizing, you start eating. Suddenly you remember, "Oh, look, my God, I was fasting." That does not break the fast. This means for a fast to be broken, it requires the condition that you eat and break the fast knowingly. Well then, if a person can fast during the month of Ramadan and voluntarily does not fast. One says, "Oh, I'm angry, today I don't want to fast." Another says, "Oh, I'm not in a good mood. Today I haven't rested and I'm not going to fast." Every day there's an excuse not to fast. Then you must know, for each day that you have not fasted, yes, for each day that you have not fasted, each day of the month of Ramadan that you have not fasted, which are 30 days, or on some occasions 29 days, depending on the state of the moon in the sky, well, an entire month not fasted. For each day, you must fast 60 days. Calculating the days that person has not fasted, look, we have 30 times 60, it will be 1,800 days that they must fast. Instead of a month of Ramadan that you have not fasted. 1,800, how many years will that be? About 6 years for 1 month of Ramadan that you have not fasted, or you will pay 60 portions of food. Each portion of food between about 750 grams to 800 grams of bread, rice, food to poor Muslims. And some scholars say it must be consecutive. Then it will be difficult. For each day you have not fasted, you must pay 60 portions of food to different poor people. In case a person breaks the fast voluntarily, in this case, this is what the young man says, he must pay to different poor people. 60 different poor people. If you do not want to fast for each day, you have voluntarily broken the fast. If you do not want to fast for each day, 60 days of expiation, and 1 day for the missed fast, which totals 61 days. You will pay for 1 day of fasting that you must necessarily do and 60 meals to the Muslim. 60 different poor people. It's difficult. Look, brother, for 1 day of fasting that you have voluntarily broken, you must pay 60 days of fasting. That means you must fast for 2 months, either by providing food to the poor. Don't you think it's better to fast instead of paying expiation? Kafara. Instead of paying so much expiation, to just fast. It may be that some say, "Look, Sheikh, we don't fast during the month of Ramadan and we are not going to pay expiation." So what happens? If a person abandons these practices step by step, they will feel more susceptible to the temptations of Satan. When a person opens these doors of Satan to their life, they will receive the curses of the sins. The person who receives the curses will gradually lose faith. That's why you see that many people were once believers, but little by practicing sins, they have lost their faith. Therefore, it is always better not to sin than to fall into sin. It is a day of fasting. God has wanted the best for you. Fast and take advantage of the fasting.